friends, here's your Tuesday warm-up, a little bit of phonics for you, okay? So remember, phonics helps you with your reading and your writing, and remember, reading and writing, everything just should be blended all together, because remember, you read and write in math and science and social studies too, so phonics, super important. All right. So today we're going to I'm looking at my list. Sorry, I'm looking down as I'm talking to you. So today we're going to talk about those syllables that we started looking at a lot last week, or maybe in small groups recently for some of you in some of your classes, of how to make sure that when, of course, you read, there's ways to split up your syllables. Okay. But also today we're going to be looking at how to make sure that when we're spelling a word that's a little bit longer, sometimes it's easier to think of the syllables. And remember, syllables are when you clap it out, kind of like that song, clap it out, right? Oh, love me some Blazer Fresh. Or when you feel the opening of your mouth when you say a syllable like napkin in a little bit, the mouth opens twice because there are two syllables. And the reason why that mouth opens up, remember, is because every time your mouth opens, you're saying a vowel sound, okay? Like grandmother vowel, like A or A, E, or eh. Every time my mouth opens. If it's not a vowel, like the sound for S, your mouth doesn't open. So every time that mouth opens, that means there's a vowel, and every syllable has a vowel to make that mouth open. So if you're curious why I do that sometimes, or why teachers teach you that, that's the reason behind it. Okay, so today what we're going to look at, we're going to do two words together. Okay, I'm going to kind of remind you just really quickly on how to mark them this time, because I know marking is a little bit new for some friends, and then I will give you two words on your own. And then, of course, your sight words. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit more of teaching of how to mark today in case you need it. Okay, so I'm on my whiteboard today. I'm going to be spelling that word napkin. Okay, and we've done it in class before, or you might have done it with your teacher before, but we're going to do napkin together. Okay, so I'm going to clap it out. You can at your house or in your classroom too. Napkin. And again, when I feel it, napkin. It kind of opens up twice. That means there's two syllables. That means there's two vowels in a little bit. So I'm going to do just that first syllable first, nap. So when I tap it out, n, a, p. Okay, napkin. So now I need ken. K, I, nose went up, I, n. Okay, now I've got that napkin written down, but I'm going to double check and make sure I spell it the right way. I want to make sure that the rule is following what it needs to follow. Whoops, wrong thing. So what I'm going to do when I mark it up, I'm going to look for those two vowels in the syllable. Okay, so I see A right there. I put a V for a vowel. I see the I right there. I put another V for that vowel. And then I smiley face in between. That means I'm kind of looking in between too. When I look in between and I see two consonants, it's probably going to split right there to double check my syllables. And yes, I've got napkin, and that vowel's being squished. Okay, and this one, so that means it's a closed syllable. It's closing it up. That vowel's going to be squished. It's going to say a short sound like ah. And same thing over here. This syllable is a closed syllable because that last consonant is closing the door on that vowel and it's squishing it in. So it's going to say a short sound like eh. So napkin. All right, I got it right. And it's a good way to mark that up so that you know the spelling rules too. Okay, I'm going to do one more with you today. Okay, and then you're going to do some on your own. Okay, so today, the other one we're going to do is baby. Okay, all right, so we're going to do baby. So let's clap that one out first. So again, you might know how to spell these words. I forgot to say that at the beginning, but you always want to slow down, especially in phonics, and think, why is it spelled that way? So that when there is a word that I don't know how to spell right away, I can use the same rules. Okay, so let's do baby together. Baby. Let's feel it one more time, make sure. Baby. Two. So that means two syllables. That means two vowels that I'm going to need in just a little bit. Okay, so let's clap out baby. I need bay first. B. Bay. Tells me what to put, right? Okay. Baby. Now I need B. B. E. Now remember, before break, we talked about that E at the end of a word probably isn't going to say E. There are some letters or some words that need that, but when I look at that and I look at that, I'm like, that doesn't look like I know. So I know that sometimes the E at the end is silent, and it's not really saying its name. So when it's two syllables like this, okay, it is going to be the Y at the end of a word. Okay, most of the time. There are some rule breakers, okay? But remember that Y swipes that E sound, okay? But now I'm going to go double check. I keep clicking that one. I don't need to click that one. Stop it. All right, I'm going to go double check and make sure that that's spelled the right way. So I'm going to look for those vowels. A is a vowel. Y is a vowel as long as it's not the beginning of the word, okay? And it is think of that E sound. Smiley, okay? And when there's just one, I usually try to, and I always put a dotted line because it's usually the first split right here. Every now and then I need to split it behind. But then when I look at that word and I look at that A, there's no other letter squishing it and closing it in that syllable. Okay, it's got that syllable wall there. So A is an open syllable. It can say its name like the door's open. A, I'm here. Okay, so open syllables, nothing is squishing it. It can say its name, kind of like the door is open, like A, and you can come on in. Okay, and then I'm going to check on the second syllable, B. Okay, and again, I know that that's saying E. And again, look, nothing squishing it and closing it. Okay, so it's not a closed syllable, it's an open syllable, so it's able to say that name, E, okay? So now I know that that's spelled correctly too. All right, so since I kind of went over these two with you, of course, you only have 2 words to do because I know this video is going a little bit longer than usual, and then you'll have your sight words down below, and I'll try to go over those really quickly too. Okay, so you're on the top of your page. Okay, if you're a person who likes to type, that's fine as well, but if you are at the top of your page, or actually, no, don't type. Sorry, backtrack. Don't type because you're going to mark it like I did, okay? So you are going to spell your 2 words today that I'm giving you, and you're going to mark them just like I did here, okay? And you're going to do that at the top of your page. All right, word number 1, kitchen. I'm in my kitchen right now doing these videos. So I'm going to think through it if you need it. Kitchen. 2 syllables. That means you're going to have 2 vowels in a moment. Kitch. K. Ich. In. N. Kitchen. Double check, make sure you've put your vowels. There should be 2 vowels that we just clapped to smiley in between to make sure you have the right split. Pause it if you need to go do kitchen. Come back for your second one. Okay, second word when you're ready. Silent. Okay, every now and then you have to be silent in class so you can hear others. Okay, clap it with me. Silent. Okay, so you got 2 syllables. Silent. I. O. E. N. T. Silent. 2 syllables. Mark those 2 vowels, smiley it, and see where to split it. Okay, pause it if you need to and come on back to finish up your sight words. When you're ready on the next slide, it does have your sight words, and you remember you're doing this on the bottom of your paper. Okay, today, because I know it's a longer video, I would just kind of practice peeking, look at the word, don't peek and write it on your picture, or sorry, on your page, and then double check yourself. Okay, so I would just do it really quickly that today. You've got some words up here that has some blends and some H brothers. These down here are all sight words. So you've got step, flag, grab, shop, has, my, jump, and want. Okay, so again, I know that that last little part I kind of rushed through, but I know that when we were teaching, it kind of took a little bit longer today. All right, see you tomorrow.